So when you are, let's say, recruiting somebody on the business side, how much do you expect them to know about software and innovation?
It depends on the role, right? But it's become almost like, hygiene, that you should
Mm-hmm.
understand tech. Uh, you may see the biggest mistake that people make is they assume tech equal to coding or
Mm-hmm.
programming, right?
Yep.
And that was a mistake that even I, in my early years of my career, used to make. And then once I started to work more, I realized that actually I'm a fairly decent techie, right? But I'm not a
Mm-hmm.
great programmer, right? So
Mm-hmm.
first of all, that's a very important distinction for people to make, that coding is not, uh, the entire tech
Mm-hmm.
universe. It's a very important part of it, but not everybody may have the same inclination towards it, right? The second is, do you really have uh, a love for tech or a liking for tech? Have you
Mm-hmm.
embraced it, or are you trying to run away from it?
Mm-hmm.
Because, Sophia, the reality of today's world is every business is a tech business, right?
Mm-hmm.
You just cannot survive, or at least you cannot thrive in today's day and age without embracing tech, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it shows in how you respond to ideas which are, tech enabled, ideas where the tech component is high. And if your approach to those concepts, like a lot of times these days I ask people is, what do you think about ChatGPT and AI, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if the answer is, hey, it's complete hype, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to be a little skeptical and wary about this person and say, hey, look, this person, either the person has a PhD in AI, right? And then
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to defer to his or her judgment and say,
Mm-hmm.
please educate me. You obviously are a master of the
Mm-hmm.
subject, so I'm not going to try and argue with you that much. But assuming that the person on the other side is not an expert, I'd want to understand really why they would have this view that AI is complete BS, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, I also subscribe to the fact that AI, too much of hype is being created around
Mm-hmm.
AI, a little bit like Meta and
Mm-hmm.
metaverse.
Mm-hmm.
But I think there is a lot for businesses and the society to gain, and there are certain very real risks around that, right? So now I would want to actually see how the person approaches that question, right? And how much of that is genuine and how much of that is just, very superficial. I
Mm-hmm.
think basis that you can get to know a lot about the person's attitude towards tech,
Mm-hmm.
and that
Interesting.
matters the most.
And I like the thing that you're saying about technical or understanding technology versus coding, because I certainly made that mistake. And I think it is probably the most common mistake that, okay, I'm not technical. That means that I don't know how to code, so I don't know anything about technology. And to be honest, the name of my company probably also propagates that, tech for non-techies. But then people identify with that. They're like, okay, I'm not a techie, like I don't know how to code. I've noticed that there are people who are coders who actually do know how to write code, but they don't have a holistic understanding of technology,
Yes,
which
yes,
I have found absolutely mind-blowing, because I used to think that, okay, if you know how to, I don't know, code Ruby on Rails or whatever, that means
right.
you understand tech sort of in general.
You're right. That's not true. That's
And
not
that's
true at
not
all.
true.